Yeah, wish it was more pleasant video. Hello, geeks and girls. I bet many of you are fantasy fans and you're aware of those long running series where we used to joke about the creator will pass away before the series is over, and we saw this happen with Wheel of Time. I bet there are many bets about A Song of Ice and Fire being the same way. And also there was a Japanese manga called Berserk that was running since 1987, and there was this joke that it will never end, the creator will never pass away, and it's not a joke anymore because Kentaro Miura, the creator of the manga, passed away at age 54 on May 6, 2021. And this is a tragic loss. He died from acute aortic dissection, so I guess it was, from what I read, it's a very sudden heart condition. And yeah, it's very sad. If you're not aware of who Kentaro Miura is a Japanese mangaka, a comic artist. In case you're not even aware what a manga is, but I doubt that. And he's the creator of Berserk, one of those best-selling mangas of all time, a very long-running series. He was born in Chiba, Japan, and early on he was drawing manga when he was a child. He became an assistant to George Morikawa, the creator of the boxing manga Hajime no Ippo, when he was 18. His main influences were Walt Disney, because apparently Walt Disney inspired every mangaka in the world. Verhoeven, and I can see a lot of flesh and blood in Berserk. The Hellraiser movie, which, yes, I mean, just see the Hand of God sequence, and if it doesn't seem Hellraiser to you, I don't know what else feels. A lot of artists like Hieronymus Bosch, MC Escher, etc. You can see all those influences in his artwork, and of course, his artwork inspired generations of artists. And in 1987, he published the first the first story of Berserk, which is a dark fantasy manga that has gone to inspire many popular franchises like Dark Souls, Final Fantasy, and pretty much every character with a huge sword. It's because of Kentaro Miura. Berserk is an amazing comic book, amazing manga. It's the Lord of the Rings of Japan, with more tentacle rape, which, it's something to expect in a way. The Golden Age Saga, volumes 3 to 13, I believe, is just a high point in fantasy, regardless of the format. It's an amazing story about friendship and revenge and lust for power. Berserk is set in medieval Europe. There is the story of a mercenary Guts. He is taken over by the Band of the Hawk, a mercenary unit led by the very charismatic Griffith, and things just happen. The manga starts in media res, with Guts being the Black Swordsman and killing demons in medieval Europe before we get the flashback on how he became that. That's the Golden Age Saga. Up to this point, we have 40 volumes out. And I don't know if there is going to be any plans for continuing the manga or not, but the story was far over. I believe that Kentaro Miura has said that we were almost at the midpoint of the series. Personally, I haven't read Berserk since the group left for an island of sorts. So yeah, that's quite a few years that I have not read Berserk, but the pace was very slow, and he had a lot of frequent periods when he was on hiatus. So I don't know how far his notes are in the story, and if his assistants are able to continue. And of course, it's kind of hard because Miura's art style was unparalleled. It was very rich in detail, with some amazing compositions. He was a badass artist, and actually the more assistants he used in later issues, we could see the impact on the artwork. So it was like, yes, it kind of went downhill from a point on when he started employing assistants more often. You can see the art being less amazing. There are two anime adaptations, the 1997 one, which adapts the Golden Age saga, is just amazing. You should definitely watch it. It's one of the best fantasy stories ever. There was another anime in 2012 that was using CGI graphics, and yeah, it was kind of controversial, but it continues after the first series ended, so that's a way to watch it. But yeah, it's not exactly what you would expect. And you know what? It's a real shame that he passed away so young. He had a lot to give to the audience, to his fans. To yeah, that's very sad. I guess I'll read the rest of Berserk and just stay and be very sad that we'll never saw the countdown between Griffith and Guts, or how things would play out with them, because they were two of the best characters in fantasy. This is the cover of Volume 1, that's a Greek version of Berserk. Um, it says right to left. There are some great editions of Berserk by Dark Horse Comics. Definitely worth a read. It's great dark fantasy. I mean, up to volume 13 or 14, it's a masterwork. And every fantasy fan should read that. And yes, there is no ending, right? But if you were waiting for the series to end, that's a good place to start reading it, and just be aware that it will be unfinished, okay? That's the state of things, and it's a masterwork. It inspired everyone after that, and that's it. Rest in peace, Kentaro Miura. And thanks for all the Becky inspired nightmares you gave us.